Far behind is the year 1970, when the historical and traditional schoolhouse of San Marcos University opened its doors for the very first time to their new registered students. During the early life, he dreamed to study several majors, and at first he wanted to become an architect. At the National Engineering University was his destination. He began his preparation in an old academy called the CUNY, but one of the architecture students and also a professor at the academy urged him to drop out of the architecture school because he wasn't good enough to draw perfect lines, and eventually convinced him to leave the beautiful field. Therefore, in 1970, he applied to go to medicine school at the National University San Marcos, where he was admitted in such a distinguished position. Nevertheless, the intensity and noise of debate in the university classrooms oriented him with his own nature. That was, he always wanted to be a defender. He had listened many of the stories told by his grandfather, José Manuel Cruz, the restless defender of the Indian community of San Juan of Catacaos, and a lawyer who in 1924 pleaded to the very same president of the nation, Augusto Beleguía, the principle to equal reason, equal right of his community. Upon this foundation, Dr. Cruz achieved the recognition and approval by the government to the communal right of soil and waters which belonged to them. The jurist, Dr. Coello Teófilo Cruz, played an important role in his professional life, which is Dr. Coello's uncle, who works at the Superior Court of Trujillo. These and other reasons were powerful for Dr. Coello's orientation into social services, which he firmly embraced and would never live without.
Trabajo con el estudio hace más de 10 años y siempre el servicio ha sido muy personalizado y bastante bueno.
Muy eficiente, las veces que hemos requerido los servicios profesionales del doctor Andrés Coello, estos han sido muy buenos.
It is important to add that along to his major studies, Coello was the head of his tailoring business located in this not-so-popular place called Gamarra, which shows his pushing behavior and determination toward each and every chore he encountered from his youth. Right after he was done with school and out of the San Marcos Law School classrooms in 1977, he graduated with honors November 22nd of 1977. And something interesting is that very same date of his graduation ceremony, he found that in the bulletin board at the school that there were leasing offices for grad students. Determined to carve out his own future, he went after one of them in a length of a day. He was located in an old V's building at the Carvalho Street in his new office, that is. His main purpose was to entirely dedicate his time to the defense of the welfare of all. Dr. Andrés Coello's tailoring company was sold, and in that way, the law firm began a long story that today is celebrating 30 years of service to the legality.
Bueno, durante los 25 años que conozco al doctor Coello y posteriormente al estudio, el servicio siempre ha sido excelente, ¿no?
Trabajamos con el Estudio Coello hace bastantes años y tenemos muchísima confianza en ellos. En realidad, todos nuestros pasos que damos los damos siempre consultando con el Estudio Coello.
Honesty, confidence, and efficiency displayed from the very beginnings by Dr. Coelho and his collaborators made it possible that in a short time they would be entrusted with a very difficult business consultancy. He has never forgotten the defense of human rights that led him to become the founder and the head of Peruvian branch for the American Association of Jurists, and to provide decent defense adapted to men, women, and children whose fundamental rights were taken away by the dictatorial government.
Seguimos conversando con el doctor Andrés Coello de la Asociación Americana de Juristas. Le estaba preguntando, esta exhumación, en primer lugar, ¿ya fue dispuesta por la 41 Fiscalía?
Ha sido dispuesta por la Corte Suprema.
Por la Corte Suprema.
Y la Fiscalía tiene que cumplir.
Tiene que cumplir. Todavía no
necesariamente. Todavía no.
¿Para qué es la exhumación a estas alturas?
La exhumación tiene como objeto, primero, saber a ciencia cierta por qué murieron, ¿no? En este aspecto debemos de recordar que acá hubo un entierro clandestino y lamentablemente hay que decirlo, pero estas mismas actas que están debidamente firmadas, que yo entrego a usted, recogen la siguiente anotación. Dice: el señor senador Luis Alberto Sánchez manifestó su conformidad con el hecho de que los penales sean declarados zona militar restringida, expresando que esta situación deberá de permanecer por un tiempo debido a la situación de emergencia, considerando necesario asimismo manifestó que los entierros de los reclusos fallecidos era responsabilidad del Comando Conjunto de la Fuerza Armada. Es decir, señor, hubo secuestro de los restos. Los familiares hasta este momento sufren tortura por no saber si los que están enterrados en los lugares dichos siquiera le corresponden o son sus familiares.
Pero con esto con la exhumación van a
identificar a través del ADN, por supuesto. Acá tienen que hacerse todos los esfuerzos posibles, porque acá fallecieron el 80% de los fallecidos eran inculpados, es decir, eran personas que habían sido acusadas. Y lo que hay que tener en cuenta, de que muchos de ellos, como es el caso de este caso preciso de Durán y Ugarte, que fue denunciado por los familiares ante la Corte Interamericana, ellos fueron absueltos. Muchos de estos hombres que murieron fueron absueltos a posteriori. Y más aún, algo que lleva a risa tal vez, fue ordenada su libertad. Es increíble, pero fue así.
This struggle turns out to be reflected nowadays in the safety net now both of our children and grandchildren are able to enjoy, that is, throughout the democratic state that respects their rights. The effort and the experience unfold in the intensity battle for the search of justice served also to restore the rights of many businessmen who the effort and experience unfold in the intense battle for the search of justice served also to restore the rights of many businessmen who during the economic crisis which lasted for more than 20 years through the country were being swallowed up by the system and often at the age of failure.
Con el Estudio Coelho venimos trabajando desde hace 3 años y estamos muy satisfechos por el servicio que nos brinda.
All of them got out of trouble and stood firmly, and today they all proclaim the national development is now become reality. They haven't gone anywhere, they all here and are part of the 3,000 most important companies of the country.
Lo conozco hace más de, por lo menos desde el año 80, y supondrá usted que desde el año 80 que sigo con él, es que me parece bastante bueno.
In the same way, the law firm has participated in many emblematic cases, such as the Latin American Center of the Management Consultancy, CLAE, whereas lawyers of savers defrauded by this institution, the law firm was able to recover their money.
Andrés tiene la principal cualidad de él, es su honestidad, su franqueza, su dedicación adicional al trabajo y conocer muy bien los objetivos que se requieren para determinar el éxito en cada caso que él ha tratado.
The law firm was consolidated in 1994 when it stopped being an independent group of professionals directed by Dr. Coelho and became a closed corporation that after a year moved out to his new place, 250 square meters in Miraflores district, a modern office located in Domingo Oroe Street, 521. Likewise, the law firm is taking part in the birth and constitution of hundreds of commercial and industrial companies where it contributes to their well-positioned and success in the market. In the same way, the lawyers of the buffet Coelho have specialized in the consultancy of commerce and industries tied to the most diverse titles, clients dedicated to the import-export, hardware stores, metal, mechanics, agriculture, mining, car dealers, oil, textile, and computer. Today, Dr. Andrés Coelho Cruz handles directly the law firm with his children. Also lawyers Manuel Andrés and Marco Coelho Cáceres graduated out from Lima's University, shaped as good lawyers at the law firm from back in school, who today continue specializing in company rights as well as civil rights. At present time, the law firm does an up-to-date library, wireless internet access, legal databases, room of meetings, software for records, emails, and all essential computer tools, bibliographical and technological hardware to offer the best legal service to clients. Today, 30 years after being founded, the spirit of the law firm Andrés Coelho and Associates is renewed and enriched with the vast experience gained throughout all these years in the juridical chord. Consciously knowing the principles of rights and based upon them, the law firm Coelho resources their commitment to daily work for the success of those who are the reason to be, their clients.
Muy bueno, realmente es muy bueno.
Actuación inmediata ante los problemas legales que se presentan, la reacción inmediata, muy bien pensada, muy bien meditada y hasta el momento con muy buenos resultados.
Muy rápido y muy eficiente, busca la solución rápida. No es un abogado que busca los juicios, busca la solución rápida.
Honestidad y eficiencia.